I'm here with Levi, and I want to talk a little bit about the shin that goes. The shin is very important. The shin should go against that belt line across the hips. It's a pretty good surface. If you're just on the point of your knee and you try pushing back, it's not as powerful as having a flat surface and then really pushing those shoulders back and wrapping with this other leg. This is really useful. Okay, drop the foot, one more hip movement, and then we're back in close guard. Now, most people want to go from side control back into a full close guard position because I feel like they have more control, a better fighting chance, right? So I move out, insert that shin, but if we get caught halfway here and I can't progress, the guy's real tight on me, one of the things that I really like doing is sweeping from this position. So even halfway back to close guard, you can sweep. So I'll push against the guy, elevating my hip, then I drop, pull him forward, and sweep over. And now we're in knee and belly. I use this a lot, and people don't expect it. So on the way to close guard, it's important to wrap this. This is kinetic energy. We're storing this energy because we can whip it out in a second. Okay. Now, for this technique to work, two things have to happen. One, he can't be basing with this hand. So typically, you try pushing away and he holds on like this. Good. So you can hold on to his arm. He's holding on to you. I like to also grip the knee. Now, I might be able to pull him forward here, but it's better if I get him to push back into me. So I push into him. Then I can drop, throw that leg just like a flower sweep, and then end up in knee on belly position. Okay. One more time. So, standard opening. Insert the shin, wrap the leg, very important. We're squaring up right here. Okay. Grip the knee. This should be kind of casual with your arms. Check it out. Standard position, and then they just fall. It's usually not enough to get it right here. I have to push into them, or sometimes guys come into you because they want to like push on your knee and get a guard pass, and then just sweep to knee on belly. Okay, let's play with that. 1, 2, 3. A little cleanup with some of the limb positioning I think would be beneficial. So up, out, insert that shin all the way up to the instep, as far up as you can get it. Okay. My hand is going to drop, and as my hand drops, I try to grip the knee. Sometimes that's too tight. You can grip down here as well toward the cuff of the pant. And you don't even have to have the knee if he's giving you sufficient momentum, right? So what's really important is this leg whipping around. Okay? Very similar to a flower sweep. Okay, we go arm lock, pull sideways with the leg, cut under. The cutting under really helps make it more comfortable for him and make sure that you come up on top, right? So similar thing here. I want to really whip this out, big circle, cut it underneath him. Try it without, you do it without the hands, it's way harder. If he's giving you sufficient momentum, so many things are possible, but try to grip that knee, be kind of casual about it. If you're too far over here, you might as well like push and go for an omoplata or something. It's going to be inaccessible to get that knee. So stay in line with him. Push up, drop, big circle. Take knee on belly. All right, guys, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Want to give you one additional step in that side mount escape sequence. Okay, so at the halfway point, we have a sweep right here. Now if I go a little bit farther and I drop my foot and he's tight and I can't get this out. I'm trying to move my hip and I can't get it out. You should immediately switch to the mindset of sweeping him instead of getting your closed guard back. Anytime you have that foot under the knee, you should think about elevating him. Now, if he were to do something like step up, well, that would be so nice, right? And then you can then hit it. And he might do that, but probably not. He'll probably stay real tight. So it's all about shifting your hips. So I'm pulling this out. I drop the foot, but it's tight. I still want to move my hip out as much as I can. Pull him forward, then sweep. Okay? It's a shift in mentality. Instead of going, he's closing that door. So we have to just accept that that door is closed. I'm not gonna be able to get that out. So we go to the other side. Big hip movement. If I'm flat on the ground with my hips, he's incredibly heavy. If I move out, this isn't bad. He's still heavy, but I might be able to lift him. Once I start getting him off of those heels, then we can sweep, okay? So on the road back to closed guard, I want you to know that you have options. At the halfway point, and then the 3/4 point, anytime that's trapped, think sweep. So at this point, foot's trapped, I need to move my hip to the side as much as I can. 2, block the arm. 3, pull him forward. And then sweep. You guys got this. All right, 1, 2, 3. Let's do one more step on top of that, little early morning dessert. So we'll do an arm lock after we sweep them. So we're coming in. I drop the foot. Oh, I got stuck. I switch my grip to the other side. Threaten a collar choke, whatever I need. Make sure that hip goes out. Pull him forward. Sweep. Okay. And here's the thing. I sweep, and typically that foot gets caught in there, right? But as we sweep, we want to just keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. And then you can take your arm lock. So an experienced player knows, oh, that foot's going to get caught. So you just, so you know there's a roadblock there. So you bring it out. Then you can bring your knee up. Weight transfer. Pull that heel in. That gets trapped behind your elbow. That's cool. Good. Slips out. You got the other arm lock. Okay? So let's do it one more time. Just think about continuing to extend that leg out. Oh, I'm trapped. Pull him up. Extend. Shift. And if this goes under, that's cool too. Well, you got your arm locks that you can hit. Okay? So sweep, extend the leg, take the arm lock. 1, 2, 3. Right. Show you one thing. Good. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one I picked up.
No, that's natural. That's natural. Yeah, just extend that leg. Good. Yeah, and take the time to move that knee up. Oh, that's so much better.
That's super good.
Yep. Now it's going to be easier, much easier to lean to that side and throw the leg over.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. It's worth it to move that knee up to his head.
Yes, that was way to come.
Let me just show you. I don't really want to teach this because I don't use it that much, but I was exposed to it. Where people, let's see if I can get the right angle here. It's a black belt I took a class with, and they don't aspire to go all the way shin to hip. Their goal is just to get half guard, then they tip. Then they can go lock down, whatever. So for some people, they don't want to get the shin all the way. This is too much. Maybe they haven't had success with it. They just want to go. They just want to go to half guard, and then they use that knee against the femur to shift his weight. Then you can come up. Well, maybe single lock down. That's another option. Let's go into a kind of another major option. So up, out, and drop the hand underneath. Okay. If my elbow is up, so it's a little stronger. If my thumb is up, now I'm getting broken down here. So the key is move him with your chest, hold the space with your arms. You never make the space with your arms. You hold the space with your arms. Circle this under. Swivel your legs. The elbow allows you to transfer weight to bring your knees up. Then you block his knee. Take side control. Very simple. It's all about as you drop, you're circling that arm. Okay. Pinky up, hand down. If you need to, you can even like reinforce right here. Bring them up just a little bit. Now, number one issue is people go into the partner, then they get kind of smashed. Think about turning those hips at like 45. You can then have a good angle to drive him over and tip him toward that back corner. Okay? One more time. So this is going up, out. You hold the space. Circle that top arm. 45 degrees. Transfer weight to the elbow. Come up. Boom. Block him. If he pushes back into you, then you can cut under and still come out on top. All right, guys. 1, 2, 3. All right, different options. It's important to have different options when you're escaping side control. As my instructor, Roy Harris, said, there's two questions that always exist in Jiu-Jitsu. How do I escape side control? How do I pass the guard? You can, as you go against more advanced players and more experienced players, it's still tricky because they know your routes out. And they have the awareness, so it's not as easy to get the jump on them. So these are all pushing away, using our frame, using our body to create space, create a frictionless environment. Next, we're going to take a different approach. We're going to lock them in. And this is something that I went to a Huron Gracie seminar, and he said, yeah, what would you do? Here, hold me down with side control. And then he held me down from the bottom of side control, just going real tight. So normally you expect everyone to, you got to escape, you got to get the points, whatever. But he was just absolutely bringing his head up and pulling me in, which kind of prompted me to want to push away. And then that's when he would go and do his thing, right? So it's a different mentality. It's a different strategic approach. Oh, you want to hold me? I'm gonna hold you. Here. Yeah, and then just go off of that stimulus, like that response, and then push out. Okay, so let's just work on that for a second. Let's try the other side. He's got you in side control. That's okay. I'll be right. I'm gonna make it miserable for you too. And then when they want to get away, you feel them start to push your hip away, and then ricochet that shin back in. So you have a nice angle for attacking the plata, kimura, whatever you need. You can just make up the attack. One last time. Well, here, I'm gonna hold you. This is more self-defense. This is not for competition, but it's good to know that this is an option. He pushes away, I push away. Whatever you need, okay? Push-pull, 1, 2, 3. It's a different approach. It's a different approach. And it's good to know that you can be offensive from the bottom. Let's do another one where we're tight and they're tight. Yeah, let's do a couple of these because, you know, you'll try one where they're really tight. You can bring your knees up to me. Yeah, real tight like that. So now Mr. Harris can do this. Sometimes I can do it on people my size or a little bit smaller. But basically, the tighter he has those arms, the more I can use the momentum of my legs to bring him over. Right? Mr. Harris is such a master. He can do that very, very easily. Now, one thing that you may not be seeing here is I'm gripping. If I can get over to that armpit, that's good. Maybe you can only get a little bit of the gi, that's fine. But you want to be gripping him with this arm. The other arm, I like to index my elbow against his hip bone. It's possible you could do it without it, but I really feel this helps for a lot of different sweeps. Just having that elbow under the hip bone. Okay? So you have to really swing. You got to swing. Both together. Different than, but that's not it. You have to swing. One unit, okay? Get that elbow under the hip bone, it helps a lot. You guys got it. 1, 2, 3.
Sure.
Very much like the flower sweep, with the flower sweep, you want to get your leg out of the way from the thing here. I don't want him landing on that leg. That's no good for anyone. So you want to cut it under. Same thing here. If he's almost over, and you really have to wind up. He's almost over. You bring your legs back, and then put the pressure on. So don't be afraid. If you feel like he's almost there, it's not more strain, it's actually pulling back. So we're here, we take him over, Move your legs back. Another minute. 1, 2, 3. Sometimes you bridge, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you use other mechanisms to create space or momentum. This is an example of someone being tight. This next one, someone is tight, and they have to be tight in order for this to work. But I definitely pulled this off live, and people are very annoyed when it happens. So I'm just gonna drop my elbow. Bring your knees in a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna drop my elbow at his knee. I'm here, and then I push his knee together. Now, we can go into side control reversal. Okay. It's just a little bridge. But if I just go into the bridge right now, it's not gonna be effective. I don't have the right angles. You have to be kind of casual about dropping that elbow. Just to block. I'm not gonna push his knee back with my elbow. I can only provide a block. Then I use my other knee to push this in. Try to get that rear leg close. Now it's gonna be real easy to come over. One more time. You'll hear a groan from your partner if you do this live. Drop, push that in. Okay, and I'm almost there, but that rear leg is too far for an effective bridge. I need to bring it in. Then we can go over and take side control. All right, with your partners. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're here, my arm. Again, it can be in this position. It can be framed. It can reach over. I've really been playing with this quite a bit. So I'm gonna reach over, grab that armpit, and I wanna lock his arm into me. He's around my neck. I just try to get my middle finger in the crook of his elbow and then pull this in. My elbow is, again, kind of under his sternum, in his abdomen, somewhere around there. I need that elbow. Now, there's different ways you can do it, but I like to move my hip out just a little and then bridge him over. Not a huge bridge, but a bridge nonetheless. So I'm here, he's tight. If I try doing this without, there's nothing. I'm not really lifting him. My chest isn't in a really good position. I need the assistance of my elbow under that abdomen. And then we can come up and take side control. We'll try once on the other side. Here, grip that armpit. This armpit grip is quite useful. Even in a place like, go ahead and mount me. If you do this, it's quite annoying for them. They can't really get the position that they want if you're coming over and preventing that head from coming up. You know, it's possible you could bridge that way, you can bridge the other way. So this is pretty good. I wouldn't let go of it if you have it. Okay, block that arm, move about just a little, and you can see how that elbow really helps bring him over. Okay, block the arm, elbow on the abdomen, bridge. Let's finish it up. 1, 2, 3. You can go in many, many different directions, but most of the time I just kind of ricochet. I bridge up, out, insert that shin, and then go from there. That should be an automatic reaction when you encounter someone trying to crowd you out and take side control. I'm in side control, and let me give you a different angle with the legs. Okay, so I'm not gonna try to get it all the way up here. I'm just gonna try to get my knee in. I tip him, then I'm gonna wrap that outside leg, and then we can extend. So you can keep this. Normally, I advise people to go up with that knee. On this one, you can actually go real low. You can keep it on the ground. Here, pull him in, wrap that leg, cross. I don't use lockdown that much, but my God, it is useful. It's not part of my A game, but you should definitely have it in your arsenal, okay? So, out, you can trace this along the ground, insert that knee, tip him, outside wrap, go into your lockdown. Okay, let's play with that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me add something here. Some of you were going into electric chair with that, which is great. Let me just show you my way of getting out of the lockdown. Let me show you a way that theoretically could work, but does not work. And so I'll just show you, and then you can abandon it. It's you come back here like this, and then you make them tap. I mean, I wish this has ever happened to me, but it's never happened to me. So what I have to do is be really sensitive, and it's actually difficult to instructors. As soon as he puts that lockdown on, I lift, get my heel underneath, block it, and then circle. And I'm not gonna let him have that again. I know he's hip to that, so that's part of the game that I'm gonna keep him out of. Okay. So it's helpful to lift this up. He's probably lifting and extending too. So I lift, bring that under, I block it, and then recircle, you triangle my legs. Really simple, and you just should drill it a bunch so that as soon as that lockdown goes on, I'm like, oh no, we're not gonna let that happen. Don't let it get out of control, okay? So escape and lockdown, 1, 2, 3. Those are some options for side mount escape, and a few other goodies along the way. I appreciate your attention. I know some of you have come from far, and it means a lot that you're here to share the mat today. Jiu-Jitsu is the most incredible opportunity and excuse to travel and meet cool and interesting people that are also quite deadly. So there's nothing like this art, I feel, that's going on in our society. This is powerful. It's a cohesion device. It allows people to connect in a really meaningful way. So I appreciate this time.